I saw this on my timeline. It looked like it was going to be funny as heck. Roland Martin melts down over BLM leader endorsing Trump. That sounds crazy. Let's check this out. The videos from Black Conservative Perspective. I definitely highly recommend them. Super dope channel. Go and check them out. Link will be in the description. All right. Let's see what they got to say, man. Let's see what they got to say. Why is not playing?
Let me say something real quick.
Okay, final comment. Because I got to go to my black lawyers next. Because we're fighting these Trump federal judges who want to get rid of the Voting Rights Act. But go ahead.
It's important to understand that. Most importantly,
oh, my bad. I need to put on some Marvin Gaye because this is some bullshit. Go right ahead.
Most importantly, we're trying to pivot off of the Democratic plantation. We're trying to make a pivot from this hold.
How about you pivot to facts?
This hold.
How about you pivot to facts?
That this party has on my people.
How about you pivot to facts?
That's so destructive to my people.
How about
and my
you
community.
Pivot to facts?
That's what I pivot to.
You literally.
Now, Trump is the alternative. No, I support him,
dude.
I don't know any of these people, bro, at all. But fam, this dude is losing his mind. Is that Roland Martin? He's going crazy. He tried to blast music, right? He just he's spazzing. That's what he looked like to me. Man, relax, bro.
You literally called the January 6 people dissenters. They were domestic terrorists.
I said what? Say that again?
You have been quoted calling the January 6 folks dissenters when they actually are domestic terrorists.
Well, listen.
You support them?
I stand in solidarity with any American brother or sister, like I said from the very beginning.
You stand in solidarity with the Oath Keepers?
That's going through hard times.
Do you stand in solidarity with the Oath Keepers? Mark?
Because I don't take no pleasure in any American brother. Listen, this is the thing.
Allow him to talk.
I know how people feel.
And I in solidarity with the Oath Keepers?
Listen,
yes or no?
I have empathy for Black people, right? Because how do you think I feel in my community? I have been castigated throughout my community and family and friends. So here's the thing. But I know how they feel. I understand. Mark, and guess what? Because they hate Trump. But guess what? There's no future in that. There's no future in that. I know how you feel.
No, ain't no future in this country if that lying, narcissistic insurrection is allowed back in. You literally have called the January.
You so focused on Trump, you're not even realizing what we dealing with already. That's crazy. You so focused on Trump, you're not even realizing what we got to deal with right now.
There were 6 people dissenters. These are people who were domestic terrorists. These are people who were angry that Black people voted. Donald Trump kept trashing Black people when he would say Atlanta, Philadelphia, Milwaukee, and Detroit. You had a Republican. I'm not done.
You're making such a broad stroke.
No, I'm not.
It's like they did at BLM in the summer.
No.
Every BLM supporter is a rioter and a looter and an anarchist.
Okay.
It's the same thing.
So, all right, guys. So what you just saw there was the leader of the Black bourgeoisie, Roly-Poly Martin, melting down and having a fit because
Roly-Poly snacks.
A Black man is supporting Trump.
Chubsy Wubsy is what I like to call him. Just met him, but I call him Chubsy Wubsy.
Okay, and people like Roland Martin, he's really panicking. Okay, and the reason why is because his job as a gatekeeper for the Democrat Party is to make sure that Black people don't leave the Democrat Party, right? And it seems, based off the polls, if you want to believe the polls, that Black people are leaving the Democrat Party for Trump, right? I'm not going to say for Republicans, but for Trump specifically, okay? Because Trump has done a lot better among so-called people of color than most Republicans, and that is for a reason, okay? Trump is a very relatable guy, and they made him a lot more relatable by politically persecuting him. And again, his popularity has just continued to go up to the point where
look at what he's up against. Like, look at there ain't much competition out here. To be honest, he was talking all that trash about him, and then look at what we ended up with. Look at what we ended up with, bro. You're not even thinking.
Where you even have the leader of a Black Lives Matter chapter out in Rhode Island, Mr. Mark Fisher, coming out and supporting Trump. Now, Roland Martin was upset with Mr. Fisher doing his interview because of his support for Trump. And he claims that the BLM leader didn't have any facts and yada, yada, yada. Well, here's a fact for you.
Blasting music.
The economy was better under Trump. That is objectively true. That is objectively a fact. Okay. The border was more secure under Trump. And this country was just in a much better place under Trump. And I don't want to hear anything about the pandemic, because the Democrats in liberal cities and them shutting down is the main reason why the country and the economy went into the dumps during the pandemic. It was Democrat forced shutdowns in their states. Maybe the biggest mistake that Trump made was allowing Democrat governors to run their own state, right? Maybe he should have actually been a tyrant. Okay, maybe he should have actually just.
You talking that talk? Yeah, I do think that Trump gets a really bad rep. I do think that they get a bad rep. I don't vote for a party. Right? I see people that just vote whatever the party is voting for. I don't do that. I don't vote, actually.
Taking over these states and just made them stay open. I'm just saying, right? Maybe Trump should have did that. But anyways, with that being said, I want to react to this interview that this BLM leader is giving on Fox News, where he's going to talk about why he is now supporting Trump. Because again, what you're saying is a trend where you have black people who allegedly now are coming out and supporting Trump. Now, whether or not they'll actually vote for Trump, I'm not getting my hopes up, right? I'm not going to believe it, okay, until I see it. But regardless, hey, I think it's a good sign when you have even some of the wokest among us coming to terms with reality.
The wokest among us is crazy. But yeah, time will tell. I think time will tell. All right. I believe that we'll see.
Of the country, right? In the situation that we face. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Now to this, the co-founder of Black Lives Matter, Rhode Island, is endorsing former President Trump and calling out the Democrats for what he calls years of racist policies. Watch.
You know, we've been used and abused for so long at that party. They don't value our vote. Their policies are basically racist policies. And I believe it's a racist party. Donald Trump he's the opposite. He's going to tell you how it is. He's going to give it to you straight. Trump has done more for the black community than any president I can think of in my lifetime.
And he's not alone in his criticism. President Biden faces dismal approval numbers among black voters in key swing states. Joining us now, the co-founder of Black Lives Matter Rhode Island, Mark Fisher. Mark, thanks so much for joining the program. This is my favorite story of the day because it identifies with what I've seen in the barbershop. All the brothers, for some reason right now, are turning tides right now. And I just wonder, what is the big reason?
I think personally, it's the duplicity of the Democrats, the hypocrisy. We're not stupid. The brothers are not stupid. We understand when someone's for us and when someone is not. And it's obvious that the Democratic Party is not for us.
Yeah, I can't.
Their policies actually strike at the heart of the black family and the nuclear family.
It's been using you this whole time.
So, you were a part of Black Lives Matter. You founded it there. And now you're saying, you're not saying the entire Republican Party. You're saying Donald Trump. So what is it about Donald Trump? Is it the economics? You noted the black family. What is it going to take for him to shore up this support amongst black voters?
Well, I just think that it's going to take information. A lot of people are misinformed. They don't really understand because they don't educate themselves on Donald Trump as a person and his history. But if they do that, and it's going to take, leaders, educated leaders, getting the word out there. I think that it'll happen on its own and it'll be organic because personally, I love the man. I mean, how could you not like a real man? How could you not relate to someone like that?
Yeah, he watches every morning, so I'm sure he's cheering as you're saying this. We looked at some of the polls for Trump over Biden in the battleground states. In 2020, it was 8%. Now in 2023, he has 22%. And that's just not black mid. So the election is right around the corner.
Crazy.
If you had the opportunity to talk to the former.
I said it's so bad that y'all hearing that Byron is what I like to call him, is paying off student loan. You're like, please don't think I'm horrible. Please. What? Jello? What we doing? We still begging? All right. That's like the time he on. That's what he be on.
The president, I'm sure he's watching right now. What would you tell him?
Now, before we get into this, I want to say this, right, about that poll. I'm not sure if I'm buying it, okay? I'm just saying, I'm skeptical, okay? I'm skeptical of this